And it is my honor and pleasure to introduce Jolynn Swafford. Uh, Thank you so much for being here with us. Founder and CEO of Beyond Brave empowers entrepreneurs to build and grow socially conscious businesses. Advisor to corporations and entrepreneurs on how to love, give, and lead bravely. A mentor by heart and a coach. Thank you so much for being here with us. And we're going to be talking now is about defining a target audience for your product step by step and adapting your marketing messages. Welcome, Jolynn.
Thank you, Viola. Thank you, Olga. And I just want to acknowledge your team and just how amazing you've been in coordinating all of this and getting me here from the United States on time and ready to go. And wow, I'm just listening to all these other amazing women's backgrounds and stories. And so I'm not going to use my normal ideal customer avatar audience kind of presentation because these aren't normal women here. You are amazing diplomats and, just ambassadors for your countries and ambassadors for women. And I just want to honor each and every one of you. But I do believe when it comes to creating your message and understanding your audience, that we need to make sure we have integrity as women, because this is important for us, with our own brand. And I want to say, Raluca, thank you for your presentation. I came in on the end of it, and it just looked like you had some amazing content there on branding and everything. So nice work there. But I'm just going to pivot a little because I think I'm talking to women right now who are strong and empowered and making a difference in their communities and in the world. That one thing we need is a personal brand, but we also need to have a personal message. So you can use what I'm teaching for your own personal message, but also for your company or for a specific product. But firstly, you really need to understand who is it that you're serving. And I teach people how to create online businesses. And I really started doing that more, focusing on the online aspects, because during COVID, at least in the United States, a lot of the work towards gender equality was reversed because so many women had to leave their jobs and go work from home. And so the metric of financial income that we use to measure gender equality changed significantly. And so what I wanted to do was take my knowledge and teach women and men, but I do focus on women as my audience, to learn how to make income, and maybe even more income than they were making at their prior jobs, by staying home and creating online businesses. And so the number one thing to know is, who are you talking to, right? So like when I came in here, and I thank goodness came in quite a bit early. I've been here about an hour, and I got to hear your presentations in the panel. But now I know who I'm talking to. And so I can craft a specific message for you that will resonate with you. So I'll tell you a quick story about where Beyond Brave came from. Well, and how Beyond Brave has excellent messaging compared to my previous company or brand. So in 2016, I left my vice president executive job and started my own company. And I didn't have anyone on my team but me. And so I named it Jolynn Swafford Coaching and Training. Not very exciting, but it worked for about 4 years. But I had to, it took me some time to kind of figure out who my ideal customer is. Who do I want to work with? I built a very successful business on that brand, Jolynn Swafford Training and Coaching. But who was it? Carolina, you were talking about that we're in different times right now. So as times changed, I needed to move my company and my brand, I felt, as a woman, my intuition told me I needed to move my company out from under my name and create another message that spoke to the world. So now my company is called, and this was through lots of meditation, lots of prayer, and lots of just feeling, which is our superpower. Yay, women, is getting to feel what is right. And so I kind of felt like I'm going to break the conventional mold of what marketing and messaging is. And we're going to, as women, we have this superpower to just feel it and know it and trust our intuition. And my intuition said, this world needs to go beyond brave right now. That is where we are as a planet. And that is the only way we're going to create change, sustainable opportunity for other women, just anyone on the planet right now. And so that was the number one shift, is that before my company being Jolynn Swafford Training and Coaching, which was kind of bland, didn't have any intrigue. It didn't spark curiosity. But now when I tell people that, I'm the founder of Beyond Brave, it did two things. One, it piqued curiosity about what the company is about. People say, oh, well, what is it that tell me, how did you come up with Beyond Brave? And I have a beautiful story that goes along with that. But then it became a 2-word message and a brand in one thing, just one little blurb. And so people now say, I want to be a part of that. So whereas before in marketing, you would do like the science of marketing would say, create a brand, create a logo, create a tagline, right? And it was very sterile, if you will. Now, marketing is about engaging people. Social media has changed dramatically what marketing is. Marketing used to be advertising. Now it's engagement. So you have to have a brand message that engages your audience. But if you don't know who your ideal customer is, then you're going to have a hard time doing that. Some of the things I actually, and if it's okay with Olga and Viola, I'd love to email you guys, I have a whole worksheet that people can use to walk through this. And it'd be my pleasure to send that. You can send it to the attendees. But, some of the main steps that people forget to do is they want to speak to the whole world. At first, you just want to speak to everybody. But when you start to do that, nobody feels important or special. And so what I encourage people to do is when you're looking at your ideal customer, for instance, Viola and Olga for creative women, find one woman that is like your dream person to have in your community. And everything you write, everything you say, everything you print, colors and the words and are you using language that's nurturing, or is she witty? Is she funny? Is she, is she super, is she an intellectual? Does she like big words? Does she need you to reference, reference teachers and experts when you talk about something? These are really, really important, tiny little nuggets that will show your ideal customer that you're obsessed with her, that you love her, that she's the one person on the other side of that camera, and you can talk to her that way. And that has been the superpower of Beyond Brave. And it was kind of scary because, I wanted the whole world to go Beyond Brave. But I really think this is the time for women to rise. And we are born brave. We do lots of brave things, including having children that, just seem to just be natural to us. But the world really needs us to go beyond brave, and women need us to go beyond brave, and our daughters need us to go beyond brave. And so those are some of the key things when it comes to your ideal customer. I want to show you just real quickly, I had it pulled up, what it looks like when you kind of have a cohesive message. So before, you want a message that you can put on a t-shirt. I don't know how simple it gets. Like if you can't put it on a t-shirt or a coffee mug, or it's not in short amount, you need it to be short enough that you can articulate it quickly. Okay. So like in my, let's see. So I took this brand Beyond Brave and I came up with 3 sub messages for it. What does Beyond Brave mean? Well, it means you have to love people more than you love yourself, which is love bravely. You have to give bravely, meaning you need to, we're a socially conscious organization. So we give a portion of our profits to a charity called Code Red, which is basically anti-human trafficking in the United States. And so you have to give, meaning you also have to make a personal sacrifice in order to be brave. You might have to give up your personal comfort in order to be brave, to go to the next level. And then the third tagline is lead bravely. And that is, speaking your mind, saying what you mean in the moment, and saying, being a warrior for good in the workplace is what leading bravely is about. So then here on my website, I just talk about taking my people beyond brave. Okay, what does that mean? And I tell the story of what the brand is. And then I created a sub collection for each one. So then there's Love Bravely, and we have shirts, and we have all sorts of creative products that we can convey our message to the world. And now we can put these shirts on other people. We have a whole collection of t-shirts and tank tops and different colors and even baby outfits. So that, because our ideal customer is a woman, right? So she's thinking, oh, wouldn't it be so cute if my husband and I and my kids, we all got our Love Bravely shirts on and took a picture, right? So we have outfits for all of them so that she can pull that off, so she can do it. But basically, you see here, the story is we're just trying to say that the secret to living a life of joy is to love bravely. So we're not selling anything. This is the point of a marketing, of a message. We're letting a woman, our ideal customer, know what is it that she will get and how will her life change if she just affiliates with us, if she engages with us. And now we've differentiated ourselves. So your marketing message, I put it in air quotes because I think it's really needs to be a brave message today, something really different and unique. And so the next part we're going to talk about is differentiating yourself. So if I were to be consulting creative women, right, I would say, go look and research and obsess about all the other platforms similar to yours and see what they're saying. What are they marketing? What pictures are they using? What colors are they using? And then analyze, is this working for them first? So, because, success does leave clues. So I'm all for understanding that. But make sure you find the gaps that those organizations aren't addressing and fill them with a new, unique, and always be able to say how you are different. And I think, Olga, when you are asking the questions to the panel, you got a lot of the bullet points of how you're different. I thought it was really beautiful, that you people said you guys individualize, you make people feel like they're special. You bring the feminine, the true essence of feminine into leadership, and you're brave and willing to have conversations. And so, that inspire women, but might provoke a little bit of edginess because that's what we need to move forward, right? So you got a lot of those bullet points on how to differentiate yourself. But the next part is most people don't know. They're like, what am I getting out of this? I mean, okay, I know what she can do to change my life. I kind of know that. And I know what makes her company different. And I'm pretty sure she's speaking to me because I'm 40 and, I have a master's degree and I'm a former executive and now I'm an entrepreneur and she's talking my language. So she's speaking to me. But fourth, you need to be able to articulate and share what are they actually paying for. And so a lot of people focus on the branding and the messaging, but then when it comes down to what are they getting, what are they paying for, what is the actual product, we kind of start to fizzle out and become, I guess, like everybody else. We become an ingredients label on the back of a bottle. So the important part there is you've got to give them what they want, right? So everyone's going to go looking for what they want. And when you're describing your products and your services or Creative Women platform, at the end, you want to say, okay, this is what you get. You want a community of women. You want this. You want speaking opportunities. You want a global presence. You want to interact with women, like-minded women, all those things. This is what you pay for. We meet once a week. You get summits. You get all of this. You get our networking platform. But then if she doesn't do it, what is it costing her? That will differentiate everything for you, right? Because a lot of people fall short on that part of their describing what they do. And having that conviction that says, if you don't do this, these are the consequences. And we feel so strongly about it that we're going to keep reminding you of that, right? And then lastly, you need to just make sure that when you ask her to do something, it's really clear what to do, where to go, where to pay, and by when. So we forget these things, like some of us, we just want to inspire and we want to create communities, but we forget. Because I have a community, it's called Brave Army, right? And I love inspiring people. I'll show up all day. But then they're like, are you going to how do I get more? How do I work with you? Where do I click, to move forward through this process? And so I think for all of us, it's important to have a journey for your customer. Where does she start? And if she's growing with your organization or with your product, where does she end up? Okay. And so I would say that my journey is I wrote a book called Brave Again. I actually just published it. I wrote it in 7 days. I wrote it, I edited it, I designed it, and I published it in 7 days. And here's the important part, and I'll end with this. The only way I was able to write that book in 7 days is because I wrote it for one person. I've been trying to write a book for 4 years, right? A bestseller, one that everybody would read, but this time I felt compelled because there was one person that needed my advice. And the story is that her husband wanted to introduce her to me, but it's kind of awkward, right? To be like, oh, I was talking about your private business with another woman and now I want to introduce you to her. It doesn't work that way. So I was like, darn, if I had a book for her, he could have just given her my book. And so I wrote this book just for her. And within one day of posting it on Amazon, it's not a huge, I'm not even marketing it. I wrote it for her. 50 people bought it. I didn't even put it for free because I knew it's valuable. Right. But my point is now other people read it and they go, man, I feel like she's talking to me because I wrote it for one person. And that's what we want our marketing messages to be. That's how this is the superpower of women. And this is how we can change the world by bringing in real nurturing and intuition and trusting that we have a unique message for the world to share and bravely speaking that. And so I don't want to put us in a box. I have a whole online course on how to build your marketing message. Boring, because I mean, it's great for some people who are just getting started, but not this group of world-changing women, right? And so I think that, and I did want to go back to the journey real quick. So I have a book, and then we have the apparel, and then we have some smaller $100 to $200 online courses and things that we offer people. And it goes all the way up to $20,000 for our products. So you can buy a book for $795, or you can go all the way up and invest $20,000 in yourself. But that's the journey for her. She never has to leave us. And so I think, and we grow for her and with her always. That's how we differentiate. And so it's just an honor to be here with you all. I'm really excited to continue to engage with this community and learn more. And if it's okay with you, I'd like to hang out a little and listen to some of the other presentations.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you so much.
My pleasure. Thank you. Thank you all for letting me serve you today. Thank you very much.
Beautifully, bravely served, bravely loved. We feel cared for and loved and really taken step by step to your method. We will meet you again for longer time to learn more from you. Thank you so much.